express myself, caress myself, love myself, not depend on anything outside of me to validate me. I just wanna be. Let me be. Oh, hello. Greetings, my powerful co-creators. I have come to you today to talk to you about power, personal power in your choices, to let you know that you always have a choice. And if you don't take anything that I say away from this video, but this is know that the truth is always there. You have within you an inner guru that will guide you and give you a communication. Your spirit will notify you. And once it puts you on notice, know this: you have a choice. Every moment, every day, every opportunity, everything you've been through, everything you will go through, everything you are experiencing in this now, you have always had a choice. Now, whether you were conscious that you had a choice or not, that's a different story. But I want you to know that you always have the information you need to make a choice. And sometimes it may take a while for all of the information to be revealed to you, only because it's based on how open and receptive you are. We have an aspect of us that is within us that is connected to the all, to Great Spirit. And in that, the beings in higher dimensions see all perspectives. And we can't always see those perspectives. Sometimes we only see what we can see, what we're able to perceive, because our programs, the false programs, the programs that, if you think of yourself as a hard drive, if you've seen The Matrix, you get it right away, right? The programs are thought, ideas that come from outside of you, and they are placed in your vicinity. And sometimes when you're really young, when you're really young, a lot of times you don't have a choice. You made your choice beforehand. You chose to come into this reality. You chose that you wanted to experience an expanded version of yourself. And when you chose that to experience that expanded version of yourself, and when you chose your reality, understand that the programs that have been downloaded are programs that are going to help you get a greater perspective. And these programs may not be true, right? They are programs that are totally against what your true makeup is and who you really are. But these programs get exposed as we evolve and as we expand. So when you expand, Your perception, that means the way that you see things. I know I'm not talking to kindergartners. If you're watching this video, if you're even understanding what I'm saying, then I don't need to further explain. But sometimes I want to make sure that we're clear on on the language that I'm using. Because sometimes somebody else could say something different and they could mean something totally different than what I mean. So I just want us to be clear. I know you're not. I know you're not a child. I know your mind is expanded, because if you're watching this video, you are a powerful co-creator, right? So the programs that we have that has been instilled in us, we have them, and there comes a time where we're faced with an opportunity to make a decision, right? Big decision for us. And in this big decision, sometimes we are confused or we don't know the right choice to make for our own path. And the reason why it takes so long to make that choice is because we don't recognize our power. Who do you wish to be? Who do you wish to expand yourself into? Who is that person? How does that person feel? How does that person look? How does that person see things? You have senses so that you can experience this reality. What do you want to feel? What do you want it to smell like in your space? Even down to those things. Do you want to be clear? I know I do, because this helps me make the best decisions for myself. And even if we think we're making a wrong decision, it is only a decision that leads us back to ourselves. The choice that you make lets you know where you are on your journey. It's not to be regretful, to be guiltful, or to be guilty, or, it's not to make you feel shameful. It's to empower you. When you know that you have power and you know that you are connected to Great Spirit, then you know that whatever it is that you have chosen, you have the opportunity to make another choice. And if you want to look at that choice, hey, why did I make this choice? Oh, it's very simple. We can go into all the deep things, but it's very simple. The reason why you made that choice is because you needed to experience that in order to see something about yourself. It doesn't matter that if you didn't listen necessarily to your highest spirit or your inner being. We're here to navigate through this material world. And this material world has an energy, and it's there, and it's expanded in its own dimension. And here we are within our dimension, and we are co-creating. And when we co-create, the possibilities are endless. They're limitless. Every choice you make leads to another possibility, an opportunity. And a lot of times we get caught up on our choices. We get caught up on whether we're making the right choice or not. Just make a choice. You know what I'm saying? Make a decision. Even if in this moment you're going to decide to be still and be receptive and listen to the higher guidance that is coming to you in order for you to make a better decision than just being still. You understand? Every moment is a choice. Let me talk about how when you make a choice to be in tune with your inner spirit, and your higher self, let me talk about how that will empower you and continue to empower you to make fulfilling choices. Choices that feel good to you and not because somebody made you feel bad or made you feel guilty or made you feel like this is the choice that you should make when your spirit has been loud and clear to you that this is not the choice to make at this moment. Can it be a choice that you can make down the line? Absolutely. Can it be a choice that you never have to face again? Absolutely. Can it be a choice that you may continuously face, but on different levels? Absolutely. That's what it's like living in a reality with endless possibilities. But know that you are empowered and that you always have a choice. And you always have the information given to you to make a choice. A lot of times we think that we don't have what we need. A lot of times we don't trust that we have what we need. A lot of times we harp over things that are taking our energy from where we could otherwise be using our energy towards something that's more conducive to our path of fulfillment, of expansion. And then we come in and we're like, oh, I'm so confused and I'm so confused. I wrote a poem when I was like 15, 16, like, oh, I'm so confused, and the battle between my heart and my mind. And, it was just, I was so confused. So I wrote a poem. And in this looking back, I say to myself that the decision was clear, right? I had a choice. But because I couldn't make a choice, it caused me to lose the opportunity to make a choice that I wanted. And basically it was like a choice was forced upon me. And it wasn't a choice that I was happy with. But if I would have made a choice and followed what my spirit was leading me to do, then it would have been different. Is that regret, guilt, shame? No. It's just facts. And the reality is that I made the choice. I did the best that I could at that time with the information that I thought that I had. So I don't beat myself up about that choice. But I use that. That's the way I have to use the past for information to be expressed in my now. Because now, if I'm faced with that decision, I know that I have the tools that I need to make a proper decision. I know that I have an inner guru, that I just need to consult with my inner guru, that I need to consult with my great spirit. That I always have a choice. And that once I consult, then I will be guided to the best decision for my path. And so right now, I think back on all the times that I was given truth. Truth was right in my face, and I chose to ignore it. I chose to ignore what my spirit was telling me. I chose to ignore it. And I suffered consequences of making a choice to proceed in a dangerous way. What ends up turning out to be a dangerous way at times. Even though I was given the truth, I still decided to sit in that fire, to sit my ass right on that fire, even though I saw the fire. Well, maybe I'm not seeing things correctly. Maybe there's another way to look at this, which is wonderful, a wonderful, wonderful way to look at life. Maybe there's another way of looking at it, right? That's great. But when the truth is right in front of you and you feel it in your spirit and you feel it in your gut and you feel it and you still choose to ignore it, there will be consequences and you will experience it. And that is okay because you get to choose again. But I'm sorry you had to take the hard way. And a lot of times we choose to take the hard way. Me, I'm tired of taking the hard way. I got tired years ago. So I chose to stop taking the hard way. Are there times where, you know, I'm reminded that I'm doing this the hard way by not recognizing my power? Absolutely. There are times. And at those times, I have to remind myself that I'm connected, that I have an inner guru, that I have everything I need to make the decision that I need to make. And let me release all guilt. Let me release all shame. Let me release all the opinions of what others might think or say about me and make this decision the way that feels best for me and how I see the grandest version of myself. I was watching Queen of South and she saw herself in this powerful jefa. Jefa is Spanish for boss lady. She saw herself as La Jefa, and she used her greater self to guide her through situations that were very dangerous and to actually get her to that point of where she saw her power. We're not going to talk about all the other stuff because that's the life that she chose. However, you can take that mythology and that model and apply it to whatever path you choose. See yourself as your greater self. See yourself how you wish to see yourself. When you open yourself up, who is it that you see? You know what I'm saying? What is that swag? What kind of swag do you have? What do you see? And when you see it, remind yourself when you're faced with a challenging decision, you're like, okay, what would this grandest version of myself choose in this moment? And then be receptive and let Great Spirit pour into you. Because you have all the information, access to all the information that you need. You have to know your power and you have to be conscious of your power. And you have to know that at any moment, what would my most powerful self do in this moment? And let it be that. And sometimes you might not feel like asking yourself that and you just want to deal with the consequences because you just want to chill, you just want to have fun, and you just want to let loose. That is a choice that you make. And it's okay. Because when you're done having your fun, when you're done like whatever, then you get to still make another choice. Because guess what? You chose with the intentions of having fun. But don't choose to give up and choose to be in your lower self. Choose to honor yourself. If you feel like you need to rest and that you need to clear your mind and that you need to just be and you don't feel like reading today, you don't feel like doing the work today, you don't feel like doing any work today, honor that. Don't tell yourself that I'm not doing the work today. Tell yourself that I'm gonna honor myself and I'm going to rest today. I'm going to rest in this moment. And if you feel like resting and you honoring yourself on, I'm not going to look at this today. I'm not even going to look at this. I'm just going to continue to honor myself. Guess what? It's a beautiful choice because that's self-love. That is honoring yourself. That is honoring the grandest version of yourself. Does the grandest version of yourself get no rest? Does the grandest version of yourself always have something to do? No, I would hope not. And if your grandest version of yourself is always busy, I advise you to look at that person and make sure that the programs that what you think you're supposed to be is not influencing you. And I call forth to that you release that. You release the programs that tell you that sleep is no good, that nothing but, dreams come to a sleeper or sleep. What is it? Nothing but sleep comes to a dreamer. What is the thing? What's the saying? Nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. I think that's what it is. Whatever, you know what I mean. I've heard people say, no sleep, team, no sleep. You can't, whatever. You can't rest until you're there, until you're on top. And I get what they're saying, but people take it literally. And people take it to the fact where they feel guilty for sleeping, for resting. When I tell you your most productive times come when you allow and honor yourself. Because then when you get back to work, you're even more productive than what you would have been had you spread yourself out too thin. And then it's more fulfilling. Trust, coming from a person who I need to feel fulfilled. I need that connection. I need to be connected to what it is I'm doing. That's why I'm not working in the matrix. I'm not doing things in that sense, only because in order to be in that, I have to sacrifice parts of myself that I don't wish to sacrifice. And that's okay for me. That's my choice. It's not a wrong choice for someone to do the opposite of what it is that I'm doing. That's their path. And that's what I want you to know, is that each of us have a path that we honor, that we can choose. And every moment, choose. There's infinite possibilities for you to choose from. Make a fucking decision already. You know what I'm saying? I was told that I need to step into my power. I didn't need to be told that. I knew it in my spirit. But I'm thankful for being told that and being reminded, step into your power. I'll creep up to the edge. I'll get right there to the edge. And then I'll ready to jump. Take me, Great Spirit. And then I'll just sit there and be like, well, maybe I could set up some things right here, so I'll set up my businesses and set up these things. I'll be right here on the edge. And then, if I need to jump off, then I will. But right now I think I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. And then here I'm living a safe life, a life that's not really as safe as I think it is, because a safe life does not make you feel worthless, or it does not cause anxiety and depression in a sense of where it's connected to that. It does not cause unfulfillment and unhappiness if I am actually safe. If I'm actually safe, it means I trust that me living my best and fullest life and most expanded life that I can live in this moment with that intention, then I am safe because I trust that I'm safe. But I'm not safe if I can always be pushed off the edge when I'm not. What if I'm not ready and I get pushed? Then I have to go through all these different things because I have to be pushed off the edge. And I might have to hit my head and fall, or I might have to die to be reborn, which that's necessary in life. But that's the hard way. If my spirit is telling me to jump, then I gotta fucking jump. I love in the Matrix how they constantly show the jumping off the jumping off of the building, jumping off of the edge, because Neo knew he could fly, even though it was a new life. He was a different person. He knew in his spirit deep down that he could really fly. And so he would go and he would toy at the edge and then be trying, like, he'll jump because he knew that he could fly deep down. But he was wrestling with it because his because his therapist and those in the Matrix told him that he was crazy, or they told him that he was trying to kill himself and commit suicide. And that's what they tell you when you jump off the edge, metaphorically and real, in this reality. Like, it's a metaphor, okay? And when you get to that consciousness, when you understand the magic, it's definitely, I believe in infinite possibilities, that it is possible for us to jump off the ledge. But we're not talking about that right now, okay? I think that takes a hell of a lot of clearing and self-work and understanding the different aspects of the universe and the different levels and the roles. I think that it's far more complicated than just jump off a building. So don't go do that, okay? But we're talking metaphorically here, right? Jumping off the edge in your life, it's jumping into the unknown, but knowing that you have support, that you will fly, that you will be successful, that when you make this choice and when you make this decision and when you do this thing, that you know that you will fly. And people are going to tell you that, oh, you're crazy. They're going to tell you, don't do this, don't do that. What are you doing? Think about your family. Think about your kids. Think about your life. Think about what the money. Think about, all this material things that really, yes, I am thinking about that. Because guess what? Everything in my life will benefit. Whether that means I have to let something go or somebody go, or, you know what I mean? Like, I had to let a lot of people go. When I jumped off the ledge and I went to Arizona, I came back married with a baby. And a book, a finished book, published book, and new tools, and new education, expanded education. I came back with a greater recognition of my power. I was supported while I was there in Arizona. I was supported. I attracted love in my life, support in my life, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical support in my life. Because I jumped off the ledge. If I wouldn't have done that, I would have never had that experience. I don't know what I would be doing today. But here I am, I'm back home in my hometown, and I can make choices that I would not have been able to make had I not jumped off that ledge. So I want to tell you today that whatever it is your spirit is calling you to do, just take the leap of faith. Take it. And remember that you will fly. You can fly, my powerful co-creator. So go fly. Peace. I love you. And may I see you in the ethers, in the sky, flying as we all jump off the ledge together into our beautiful journeys, beautiful paths that are made uniquely and just for us. Peace. I am so thankful to your soul that you made it to the end of this video. As you know, I am an advocate for following the inner guru, okay? So if your inner guru is guiding you to set up a more personalized session with me, one-on-one, then you do that. Don't hesitate. Go to ahealersplayground.com and you can set up a Reiki energy healing session, hypnotherapy session. We can do a personal clarity reading or full spiritual advisement session. Either way, go on there, choose. You can also purchase my book at booksbylasage.com. You can also go to Amazon. It's called Don't Fuck Yourself, Love Yourself, and it's under LaDonna Banfield. Thank you for your time. I love you. Go be great. And remember to always follow your inner guru over whatever anybody else says. Peace.